All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here. So with your host, Dre Day Effects. Sorry about the delay, guys. I had a technical difficulty for some reason. My live didn't want to go live, but now I'm here. So it's all good. It's all good. So hope everyone had a great summer. We've been out since I think since mid July or something like that. Anyways, but went back fresh. We're still working on a few things here, but hope everyone had a great summer and back to trading here, guys. So if you're the first time seeing my live, my name is TradeFX. Been trading for the last 11 years. Yeah, 11 years, yes. So basically, I started trading in September of 2014, I think. No, not even. It was no, it was April 2014. So a little bit more than 11 years, and been trading Forex options, binary options, not options, but binary options. I started with that, and then transferred to regular Forex with MT4, MT5, and most of the years I was trading that, and then recently for the last year or so, been transitioning of trading futures, and I'm going to be officially be starting trading futures this month. So that'll be exciting, guys, and hope you're going to be able to be with me and to my journey in regards to that. So what we're going to do here today in regards to this live is we're just going to reiterate exactly what we're going to be doing. As I am going to be starting every session is looking at the Forex Factory news calendar and see exactly how I'm going to be working with you guys on our lives, and how the setup will be entering here, and what I'm going to be looking here overall. So it's going to be like basically an introductionary live that I'm going to do. But first and foremost, we are going to look at the news calendar. And first, I'm just going to close this. That's not what I wanted to see first. All right. News calendar. There we go. All right. So this is the news calendar. So I was going to do every live. We're going to be looking at the news. I'm just going to make sure that we are actually seeing my live. Always want to do that. Making sure. All right. All right. Perfect. Okay, so in this live, so we're going to look at the news. So today we have, so today is Wednesday, September 3rd. So yesterday was my birthday on the 2nd. So happy birthday to me. So had a great day of shopping and enjoying the day. It was a beautiful day here in Quebec. So that's perfect. So let's look at the news. So basically, we're going to only be looking at the high impact news. So everything that is red folder. That's what we're going to be looking at. So today we have some red folders here at 9:15. So we have monetary policy report hearing, and we have the JOLTS job opening. So those two will be important to look at. Other than that, we have let's see here some FOMC speakers speaking today. For Europe, we have some service PMI here for a couple of countries. So pretty straightforward here overall. All right, so should be a good London session here. That's what we're going to be looking at. So no high impact news here so far. So pretty good. Hey, Leon, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for the wishes here. So glad you're here. So perfect. So that we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start with the Forex Factory. So no news, no big impact news today. So pretty good. And how we're gonna be working on in regards to the charts. I'm going to show you the actual new alert system we're going to be using with on our live. Okay, and eventually you're going to have access to those alerts. So basically, those will be setups based on some calculation that I did in the back end that you're going to see exactly what I'm going to what setup to be looking for. And then when we're going to get the alert, I'll show you exactly where we're going to be looking for to put your TPs and stop loss and all that stuff. And I'll be working on with basically a train manager slash indicator that I started to work on that I finished yesterday testing. So everything is good on that. And it's called the Support and Resistance EA Trade Manager, so TM. Okay, so Support and Resistance EA TM. So if you're a Discord member, you should see an email that was sent out later, last night or early this morning if you're outside of the US or Canada region. So if Leon, you have didn't see the email, you should see it in your inbox already sent. And I will show you that trade manager in a few seconds. I'm just going to see. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to show you the window. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to double check. Just going to close it out. Make sure that everything is open. And I'm going to explain exactly how it works. So right, so let's see. You should be able to see my screen here. Perfect. All right. So perfect. So as you can see, this is my own indicator here slash trade manager that is called support and resistance EATM. All right, then I will explain exactly how it works and show you exactly the settings and all that stuff. So it's 3 o'clock. And before, I'm going to show you. We're going to go back to it, but I'm going to show you the make sure. All right. I'm going to show you the alert system that we're going to use. All right. So this is my own alert app that is connected to TradingView. So basically, we're not going to see the actual TradingView chart with all the alerts and all that stuff. It's going to be directly from here. All right. So eventually, you're going to have access to these alerts on your end. You have access to. All right. So, all right. Perfect. So as you can see, you have an alert that just came in. So UK 100, and it's a sell for a sell on UK 100. All right. So after that, I'm going to show you exactly the chart and all that stuff. But instead of looking at the alert, you're going to see instead of looking at the chart on TradingView, you're going to receive the alert here automatically there. All right. So pretty awesome system. So, and I will show you exactly the setup here on the TradingView in a few seconds. And I will show you the make sure that it's there, the actual setup. I hope everyone is having a great day so far, and hopefully we have German for sell.
Sell to 40 at price 23,607.6 on 15 AM time frame at time 3 hours 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Sell to 40 at price 23,607.6 on 15 AM time frame at time 3 hours 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
All right, perfect. All right, perfect. So let me open this, just making sure that we have those setups here. All right, perfect. So let's close this out. So eventually, any Discord member will have access to it. So I'm just finalizing a few stuff on that, but you should be pretty happy of that alert system. So let's go back on the oops, I'm just gonna close this, open this, and share. All right, so we're gonna focus on the trade manager on MT4. All right, so perfect. Yeah, so GR40, you see it here. All right. So so we're gonna explain the setup here. And first of all, the alerts, the settings. All right. So what I want you to be focusing on your settings, and I will redo do another video here on the Discord. There's an original video here that explain a little bit the support and resistance trade manager, but I'll do another one to explain you exactly how I would look the system and all that stuff. All right. So there's only like 3 or 4 settings that you need to change, and other ones that are optional. All right. So I'll start from the top. So the first one should be true. All right. After that, by default, it's 1 hour, but I'll show you exactly that you don't need to change anything on the 1 hour. It's going to be able to change it automatically on the actual chart. Then the third one should be true, and the fourth one should be true, and the fifth one should be true. Okay, before the 3000, before this number here. All right. So true, 1 hour, true, true, true. All right. Then before this color here option, there's one that you should see 8. I switch it to 20. Okay, so this is the amount of levels that you're able to see for the resistance and the support. All right. Okay. And right after the colors, and the colors, you could change it the way that you want. All right. This is the colors that I have. I have red and blue, basically. Then you have this settings here that is the SR width. Okay, so this is the actual width of the lines here. All right. So it's at 4. I put it at 4. By default, I think it's at 2. Okay, so switch it to 4 if you want to. And then you have the label. So the label, what I'm talking about, the label is this label here. All right. So this is the label that you're gonna see the actual price of the resistance or the support level. All right. So I put it a little bit bigger because of my, I want to see it bigger here because of my eye condition. But I think by default it's at 8 if I remember. So put it at 15 or the width, the length, the width of that you want. All right. And for the rest, you keep it the way it is. And if you don't want to use the actual trade manager and you only want to look at the actual support and resistance, you should have an option here to disable the trade manager. That would be, I think, let me check here. Should be near the end. So you have an option to disable it, or you don't need to use it at all. But I would highly recommend to have the trade manager open. But that's pretty much the settings here overall. And now I'm going to explain you exactly the way that it works, right? So when you're going to be loading it, you're going to have those different options here. So instead of opening the actual terminal from MT4, if you're taking trades on MT4 specifically, you're able to click on buy, sell, or close the position that you're on for this pair, right? So for this example, we're at German 40. So you have buy, sell, and close. So if I'm in a buy position or a sell position, I'm able to close it, right? And always trade one direction at a time, right? So this is how the system is done. So when you're in a buy position and you want to go on a sell position, make sure that you click close and then click on sell. Okay, so it's going to be faster than opening the terminal, that terminal that is integrated with MT4, and you're able to do that. So I'm just going to go back on the chat to see if there's any questions so far. Everything is good. All right, perfect. So no questions so far. So if there's any question, guys, don't be shy. Put it in the chat, and I'll answer them. And if you're following along, that's perfect. Then you have the lot size, so you're able to manually put the lot size here. So if you want to put 1 lot size or 10 lot size or 100 lot size, it's going to reflect on the trade that you're going to be taking. So make sure to have the right lot size before taking any position here, the buy or sell, and that will automatically put the lot size off of your trades. All right. Then you have this section here. So this is the higher time frame levels. All right. So there's two type of levels. You have the current time frame. Currently, we're looking at the 50-minute time frame. So you have the 50-minute time frame levels, and you have the 1 hour time frame level. Okay, because right now by default it's at 1 hour. Sorry, right now it's it's at 1 hour exactly. So if I want to see only the I'm gonna close everything. So here, this is where you select the time frame of your levels that you want to see. All right. So you have the CTF, so the current time frame levels. So you have the current time frame resistance and support, and you have the high time frame support and then resistance. So support and resistance. All right. So it's pretty straightforward. So if I want to look at the 50-minute support and resistance, I just have to click on show, and it's going to show me the current support and resistance lines. All right. So the support, all right. So this is the blue one. And then you have the resistance one. That's the second one, as you can see. So those are the resistance ones, all right. So this is only for visualization, but you're always going to be placing, when you're placing a trade with a trade manager, it's always going to go based off of the higher time frame. The reason why you have to look at the higher time frames is because you want to see exactly if you have your 4 hour, the 1 hour, or any other higher time frame levels, key levels that you want to trade on off of, and those will be more reliable and more predictive than the current time frame support and resistance. Okay, so that's why I always put those two off, right? And I focus on the high time frame support. All right, as you can see, it's totally different as I'm just going to show you the previous one. This is the previous support for the current time frame, and I'll open this one. So you see that the lines are not the same. The levels are not the same because this is off of the 1 hour higher time frame. All right. And same thing for the, I'm just gonna close this out. I'm gonna show you the resistance one for the current time frame. So you see the resistance was right here. Makes sense because the price was higher here. And I'll show you the higher time frame resistance. Okay, so you see the levels are not the same. So make sure that you have the higher time frame support and the higher time frame resistance based off of this column here. All right. So if you want to go on the H4, you could put H4 here, and it's going to show you exactly which level it's off of. All right. So I'll put it back on 1 hour. Then finally, you have level. Okay, you have a section that is level. I'm just gonna go back on the chart to see if there's any questions. So far, so good, it seems. So let's continue. Now you have levels here. So basically, this is based off of to put your where the stop loss and take profit will be placed. Okay. So by default, the trade manager is based off of 1 to 2 risk reward. Okay. So if you're taking a sell trade, for example, and you put one level, that means that based off of your entry, it will put your stop loss at the nearest level. Okay. If it's one level, this is the nearest level, right? The nearest level off of that entry. So let's say I had a sell that I took here, and hopefully you took that German 40 sell because it's going down. The stop loss would be at that previous level here, right? So that will be this one. So the previous support, right? And then the TP, right now it's at 2, right? So that means that my TP will be placed two levels nearest that entry, right? So 2 levels near that entry will be around here, right? Or here, depending exactly on how the trade manager will calculate that level. Okay, so sometimes you're not going to see that when you put like 1 level or 2 levels, depending, it's not going to be the same level because it's based off of the broker's levels, right? But more or less, it will be within that range, right? And like I said, if you're not using the trade manager to actually take trades, the same principle will be visually. So visually, I would put my stop loss at that price, right? So you see the price here, and I put my TP at that price. Okay. So if I zoom in, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit for you. There you go. So as you can see, I'm just going to make sure. If you want to see it clearly, you could maybe remove one. So basically, if it's a sell, you need to put it as the previous resistance. So it has to be the resistance line because this is, you see, you have 2 lines here. You have a blue and a red. So based off of that, it should be resistance that should be focusing on. So I'll remove the support one just to see exactly the price of that resistance price to put my stop loss. All right. And then since it's a sell, I need to be looking at support lines. Okay. So the nearest support, okay, because we're going down, it needs to bounce off of a previous support, right? Or break out of a previous support. So my target should be around here at that price. All right. So this is how you use the support and the stop loss and take profit. Okay, always look at 1 to 2 risk to reward. Okay, and you're good to go. And finally, you have this option here that is the hide UI. So this is going to hide all of those options here if you're in a trade, or you only want to see if you only want to look at the levels and you don't want to use the trade manager options. Just hide it, and it's going to hide everything there. Okay, only focus on those levels here that you're going to be working on. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys, in regards to that option, that trade manager. Let's see here. Pre-check Euro JPY. Okay. I will look at it for you, Leon. But on our lives, we're going to be focusing on indices, especially German 40 or 30 and UK 100 on London session. But for you, I will do the exception to look at Euro JPY. So I didn't have it loaded, Euro JPY. So let's look at Euro JPY. I'm going to see if I'm going to have it here. So Euro JPY. Do I have Euro JPY here on my list? Right here. Perfect. All right. So Euro JPY. So I will load. Oops. So I will load the trade manager. So I'm just gonna slide it. I'm gonna load my template because it's already saved. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then I uncheck those two. Two. All right. So it's already at H1. And I'm gonna hide that. Perfect. So based on the H1, if you're looking at the 50-minute chart, Leon, I don't know if you're looking at the 50-minute chart. Just confirm that to me. All right, perfect. So 50-minute chart, perfect. So perfect. No problem, Leon. Since the setup was already done on German 40, it's okay. We're able to look at other things, and at the same time, I'm gonna see exactly because I'm testing the automation, and I'm pretty sure he took that sell for German, and it should be in profit right now. Yes, perfect. So I'm doing a demo test on FTMO on a 200K account. And as you could see, I'm just gonna show my terminal on MT4. So this is only for training purposes only, guys. So it's not it's a demo account, so it's not real money yet, but it's going to be eventually in a couple of days. So this is where we're at here. So it took that sell on German. So pretty awesome. So we have another sell on German right now.
price
All right.
23,523.5
So
on 15M time frame at time 3 hours 24 minutes and 56 seconds.
all right. So
Sell
let's.
the 40 at price 23,523.5
Perfect. So on
15M time frame at time 3 hours 24 minutes and 56 seconds.
Euro JPY, this is the levels here, right? So if you're taking a buy, all right, on Euro JPY, I don't know exactly at what price you went in, Leon, but based off of what I'm seeing here, your stop loss should be at the previous support, right? So this is where it's at right now, and the TP should be at least at this point here. Or you can always look at the current stop loss, the current support and resistance. Okay, because sometime if there was no res- nearest resistance or support off of the higher time frame because of price action on the higher time frame, look at the current time frame support and resistance to see exactly if you have a resistance, a nearest resistance. And as you can see, I'm just going to remove the higher time frame one. Boom, boom. So as you can see, right now the price is bouncing off of that resistance here. Okay. So there was a previous support that switched to resistance, and they have another resistance here. So that's a high impact resistance here. And as you can see, the price is bouncing off of it right now. All right. So, and here you have the current support and resistance. So right now, currently, it seems that the price is bouncing off of those two levels right now. All right. So make sure to monitor that. But as you can see, right on the left side, you had a lot of cluster. I'm just going to remove this option here. All right. As you can see, you had a lot of cluster for in between that range. You see, price bounce off of that current time frame support and resistance multiple times, and as you can see, you have two support resistance and two support resistance at the bottom here, and price bouncing off of to the T. All right. So that's why I tell you to monitor that. And right now, pretty much the price is bouncing off of that. Yeah, it will work on MT5. I just have to code it on MT5. It shouldn't be taking that long because it's better for me to code it on MT4. I finished it basically yesterday. Okay, so you have UK 100 for sell, another one.
Sell UK 100 at price
Okay, so let's see here. So yes, you're gonna have it on MT5, Leon. I'm going to be working on it later on today. That's pretty much the only thing left. But MT4 is easier to do it to test and to complete, and then I'll do it on MT5. I know that you're using MT5 on your end, so it should be good to go on that. That's sometimes for the for a buy. Okay, you took it for the buy on Euro JPY. All right, perfect. Please check 15-minute chart. Yeah, you are on fine. Oh, sorry. You see, I'm still I'm still not back to good standing. All right, so I'm on 15 right now. I'm just gonna make sure. There you go. And I'm gonna close this, close this. All right, now that makes more sense. So this is the H1. So right now it's bouncing off of that resistance. So it tried to break that resistance here, but it may it may do a continuation here. But right now the next zone to be looking for will be this one. All right. So your stop loss would be here, and your TP will be here. All right. So we're gonna change the way that we're looking at trades and only looking at small wins, small losses, and eventually it will grow your account. All right. So we're not looking to 1 to 50 take profit, right? So if we have a continuation, that's great. If you're using other indicators that I share with you guys, make sure to use this support or resistance indicator. Okay, really important because it's gonna give you less headache and you have more clarity of where to look, what to look for in the market, right? In regards to where the price will try to bounce off of, right? So yeah, so that's the 50-minute on Euro JPY. Let me go back on the chart. All right. All right, so it goes. All right, perfect. So you're on a 15. All right, perfect. So is that clear for you, Leon? I don't know if you're still on. But that's pretty much the all right, perfect. Oh, good. All right, perfect. Great. All right. So far, for the indices, we had the German sell. So we had 2 sell on German and 2 sell on UK 100. The first sell on German close in profit. Still have one open. So yesterday with the automation, we did that. It did almost 10,000 here in one day. So no losses. So that's pretty awesome. And eventually, I will share the actual indicator of that will help you see exactly the actual trend. All right. So I was able to create an actual trend indicator here that will help you look at the actual trend. If you're a trend trader and you're a support or resistance trader, that will be really good for you. And you're gonna see exactly the actual trend, where it starts, when it ends, and when it's starting to reverse. All right. So that'll be awesome too. All right, so let's see. All right, so we're able to look at other. It's 3:30, 3:35 on my end. So we still have 25 minutes for this live. But if you have any other currency you want me to look at, especially on, you could ask me to look at it, and we could analyze that together. But as you could see, the Euro JPY here, 15-minute with a 1 hour support and resistance is really bouncing off of that resistance line right now. All right, so Euro USD sell. All right, so Euro USD sell is going to open this. Euro USD is here. All right, and I'm gonna close this, load this. And all right, so Euro USD. So right now, it bounced off of that support here, and running is currently bouncing off of it right now. That's the previous support. So you said that you took a sell. Just gonna double check. Using support resistance level, 15-minute chart. All right. So I'm just gonna go 15, making sure that I'm on the 15. Boom. All right. So close. All right. So let's see. So like I said, it bounced off of that previous support level. Especially if you see like a wick like that, Leon, we may have a reversal that is taking place. So it may start to go up right now because it went to a previous resistance and previous support, as you could see. So when you have like two one support and one resistance that is really next to each other almost, this is some levels to key levels to be looking at, and that price most likely will reverse off of. All right. So as you can see here, you had the support, you had a resistance here and a support that was next to each other, and then price started to react off of it, and then did the same tier at the bottom. So and that's the thing, because if you took your USD, your JPY, a buy and a sell, it has you have to double check to see exactly if the correlation is correct off of it. And remember, we do have some not high impact news on euro, but there's some PMI, service PMI that is that is that is out here. I think it's going to be at 3:30 or 4. So make sure of that. Be careful. But that's pretty much pretty much what we have here. All right, so I'm just gonna see if I'm able to all right, so let me show you the actual trend indicator that I created here, guys. So we'll go on trading view and we're going to be looking at German here. And the reason why it took a sell. It's not the full setup here for the automation, but it's one of the elements of the automation that I'm going to share with you guys. Especially, I'm going to break down the trades from yesterday and why it took only sells yesterday off of the indicator setup. So let me see. I'm just going to make sure that. All right, so let's. Okay, so you said using Euro USD price action took low resistance level sell setup. Yeah, let me go back on that. So sell setup. So Euro USD. What I was telling you is that this is because right now you have a wick here, all right? So the wick went through previous H1 resistance and an H1 support, right? That is next to each other, right? So when it's next to each other like that, it's a high probability that the price will bounce off of, and that's exactly what happened. All right, as you can see, the price closed here and started to go bullish here since then. All right, so for now, I would be bullish here on Euro USD, depending exactly on how DXY is trading off of. All right, so let me go on trading view, and we'll look at DXY and see what we can look at. So let me open this. All right. So that's perfect. So this is the actual trend indicator here. All right. So we'll tell you exactly the trend of the market when the markets shift. And as you can see, this big cell setup here, that's what the automation here, based off of the entry mechanism that I created here, took cells here for German, and off of those cells, I think it did $7,000 off of the demo account. All right, only with this setup. I think the trade closed here, and I closed it manually, even though it went a little bit lower than that, but it was a pretty good setup here overall. So let's and like I said, that will be shared with you eventually here by the end of this week or starting next week, because I'm just finishing the testing. I thought that was done for yesterday, but I just want to make sure that I I'm able to at least pass the demo free trial on FTMO, so I can show you guys the results for the last basically month. The first FTMO challenge that I did, it passed it in a week, and the second one, because I was tweaking a little bit, it went to 204K. The actual target is 210 on the FTMO free trial. And right now I'm at 206K with the current FTMO trial here, and I still have until next Monday to finish it. So hopefully we're gonna have some good setup until till then to do that 4K of profit to reach that target. All right, so let's look at the XY. That's what we were looking for. Okay, so currently DXY here is bullish right now based off of the trend indicator. So and we're gonna look at Euro USD. I think I loaded it here. Euro USD. Euro USD is here. All right, so right now we're still in a downtrend. So for now, it didn't switch for a buy. So we're still bearish here. The overall higher time frame here trend is still bearish, and the current time frame is bearish here. Because yes, you do have a higher time frame filter off of that trend. So right now it's filtering off of the 30-minute higher time frame right now, and you have the current time frame that is in a sell. So it's following along that trend. So that's what we have here so far. All right, perfect. All right, so let's go back on the MT4. So I don't think we're gonna have any alerts coming in. I don't know if you were able to look at you were able to hear the alert coming in with when the EA is the not the EA the AI is talking. But as you can see, Leon, I'm just gonna go back on my go back on. All right. So as you can see, Leon, right now the price is going higher right now. So we do have another level here on the H1 that is. So right now it just passed that previous support. Now we have another resistance here that it may want to go through. All right. Okay. Yeah. So that's why I wasn't that keen on that Euro USD trade off of that 15. For sure, at before market open, it made the sense to take a sell. But the best time to take the sell was at that previous setup here. And if you saw my chart on TradingView, the sell was done a little bit earlier, so that was the best setup here. But yeah, but it doesn't say that it's not gonna go down. But right now the XY is bearish, as we saw. And if the XY is bearish, that means that Euro is bullish. So it should be we should be bullish here on Euro USD, and it's switched bullish on DXY. If I'm gonna go back on my trading view again, Leon, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's look at here. Boom, boom. So DXY, it just switched bullish here, right here, and I'm pretty sure this is when the price started to go up. So that's why I say always look at the levels here, give you a good indication of what's going on. All right, so let's see. So we still have less than 6 minutes here for that live. We're gonna be back at New York as always, so make sure to like and subscribe. Always doing those live here. London, usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And depending exactly on my schedule, it may switch back and forth, but that will be the way that I will be doing those lives. All right, so if we're still monitoring that Euro USD trade, it's still bullish right now. So you see, it's pumping, pumping. So DXY was stronger against the euro, so that's why it's going up. No, euro is stronger than DXY. That's why it's going up right now. So wasn't looking for a sell. Okay, you're okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because it's on MT5, right? That's why you're using it. So eventually you're gonna have that MT5 that'll be working. But yeah, your USD is it trapped people and then started to do its move. So looking to go bullish here on it. So right now the DXY is switching bearish right now on the chart. So it's looking great. All right, so one last round of question. If not, we're gonna close out the session. We'll be back here at New York. We'll be here at 9:15. So make sure to open the notification here for the next live. So I'll be back at 9:15 my time USD for that New York session. And we're going to be focusing on multiple indices here. So you have NASDAQ, the Dow, so US30, and S&P 500. So we should have three, some alerts here off of those three. And as always, if you want to look at your USD or any other US pair at New York session, we're going to be able to look at it and see how it goes. And hopefully you liked this session. So you went to that resistance, like I said, Leon. So it was a pretty good bullish move here on your USD. All right, so that's perfect. All right, guys. So we're gonna close it out, guys. Since there's no other questions, so thank you so much for being on this live. And like I said, that's how we're gonna be working on. And if you have any questions, always send it to me on our Telegram and on the Discord group if you have any question off of that. But pretty simple to use. and hopefully you're gonna like uh, those sessions here with me, Dre Effects. All right, so have a great one. Peace, and talk to you soon. So we'll be back at New York session. All right, peace, guys.